We're also watching shares of Salesforce heading into earnings. This is one quarter you don't want to miss. The company playing three-dimensional chess, I guess you could say, after acquiring Slack, laying off staff, and trying to fight off activists in all 1 year. Is that three-dimensional chess? I don't know what that is. Here's the bird's eye view.
What is three-dimensional chess?
Sozzi, you got to take.
It's one dimension short of four dimensions.
Wow, this is too much for me.
I think it's more fighting a war on three fronts than it is three-dimensional chess.
Okay, wow.
I don't know.
Well, let me walk you through this. So Salesforce reports earnings on March 1st here. Very top of mind. Normally, you would just be focused on Salesforce's earnings, but of course, there's an unprecedented 5 activists in this name, a situation I and many other folks out there in the business news community have never even seen before. Usually get 1 or 2 activists, let alone 5. But here are a couple things. Let me set this up first here that investors are watching here on that report. One, how quickly are sales deteriorating or just slowing down over at Salesforce? We've seen a sales slowdown over recent quarters. The street is looking for this to perhaps accelerate in the fourth quarter. What does the pipeline of future business look like? Salesforce always lays this out on their earnings call. I suspect they will again. It's just a matter of how much business they have racked up in this environment. Third up, what does Mark Benioff say about this activist situation? If anything, there might be reasons why he doesn't even acknowledge it on that earnings call, but investors want to hear something about it. Are more layoffs needed? Of course, Salesforce came out a couple months ago, laid off numerous workers here to try and meet its profit goals. And then consensus is that Salesforce warns on earnings for this year. It's just a matter of how bad that outlook could be inside this broader tech slowdown. A couple interesting comments from the Wall Street community. I think one here by Guggenheim's John DiFucci really sums this one up nicely. While the involvement of 5 activist investors has likely been the primary driver of Salesforce's stock lately, quarterly results probably still matter. Well, they do, but probably not as much as the activist situation. Then we have this other one by Wedbush's Dan Ives, friend of our show, really essentially just calling the whole situation a train wreck over at Salesforce. They need to improve their profit margins and improve the way they are doing things. And then as it goes for that activist community here, guys, there's five really titans in the activist community now attacking Salesforce. Third point, ValueAct, Starboard, Inclusive Capital, Elliott Management, who you really don't want to mess around with. They're involved here as well. You see all those folks on that screen as well. You know, just talking to some sources familiar with this matter, I don't think you get a Slack spinoff, just given how far the valuation has probably fallen on that business. But what you could see is just a titan or a more focused team in ways and just cutting expenses. That's what this community wants to see from them. Higher profit margins, better guidance, clear succession plan on Benioff. And then ultimately, my take is this: the earnings report is a defining moment for this company. And indeed it is. They've never faced a situation like this before in their history.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I'm looking forward to it. Is that three-dimensional chess?
That's just the regular chess.
Wow. That's three. It's in three. Well, it's a picture.
It's in 3 dimensions.
Wow. I haven't been on the show in a week, and I get a 3-dimensional chessboard. That's pretty cool.